Hi! Post total knee replacement day 8. And here is how today went. Well, yesterday, you'll know, was a really awful day. One of the worst ones since the first few days post-op, which is tough for me to say actually because they were rotten. But last night I decided to arm myself with a mountain of pillows, and I spent about 3 hours trying to get my leg in the right place so that it caused me minimal pain and would enable me to sleep. This ran round and round and round till about midnight, and I really didn't know whether I'd even get any sleep. Sometimes it actually just feels like that, but I managed to nail it, and I got a bit of sleep from midnight through till 4 when I woke up again, and my dear husband delivered me some ice and left it with me, and we are using frozen peas, so it's best left out of the freezer for a while, because straight out of the freezer they tend to be a bit too cold. So he leaves it with me at 3-4 a.m. and then I ice it again at 8-9, and it's still sufficiently cold enough, and it probably lasts about 4 or 5 hours out of the freezer before it needs to be refrozen. Obviously I'm not going to eat these peas. So that means that between the hours of midnight and 8 I only woke up once, which is progress on the previous few days. Now I know this is not going to continue, and I know that that might just be a one-off, but it made me feel a lot better today, because I tell you what, lack of sleep and pain together, that's a crappy combination. So today has been a wee bit better. I've felt a wee bit better in myself, although the diet type stuff really is still bothering me, and I'm having to be really careful of what I eat, and my appetite's probably a fraction of what it used to be. I'm still on green tea, drinking lots of water. I've still just got Panadol and 1 aspirin in the morning. That's blood thinning to minimise clots. I've been up and walking 3 or 4 times today, and I even managed to get into the garden. With regards to the exercises, I decided to adopt a slightly different approach. So yesterday it almost broke me in half trying to do the exercises. So what I've done this time is I've gone ice, walk, ice, exercises, ice. And that's gone a little better. I've also come to the conclusion that, do you know what, actually I'm going to have to do these things 3 or 4 times over before I get to my best previous, and that's just the way it is. And I remember the physio saying that it'll be stiff when you first start. Stiff to me is like I can move it, but it's really hard to move. But maybe I was misinterpreting her description, because it's freaking excruciating the first few times. I read on a forum somewhere that the best way to do it is bend till you feel a bit of a pull, hold and release. Bend till you feel a bit of a pull and pull it a tiny bit more, hold and release. And that's what I've been doing today, and it's made it a lot more manageable. Sort of relates to kind of like what I tell people to do with regards to stretching muscles. So I suppose it makes sense really if I apply it to that. So that's what I've been up to today. Now, I have just managed to get it back to 85 degrees just this evening, with nowhere near as much pain as I had yesterday getting to 90 degrees. Now, it's only 5 degrees. I'm not going to get my knickers in a knot about it, because apparently I'm walking a lot better than I was yesterday, and I felt like it right from the time I got up out of the bed. It felt a lot better than it had. So I've learned a lesson in so much as I was expecting too much, and I probably did too much, and so I had to sit and suffer that pain and then reset the next day. It's a real difficult balance to work out what too much is and what enough is and what not enough is, but I'm going to keep on pursuing the same routine. I will ice, walk, ice, exercise, ice, rest, and then we'll do that again. Oh, and cats, because apparently there's some research to suggest, one of my clients posted this, there's some research to suggest that cats have got healing qualities. So I might have to go and have a look into that and see if I can find any scientific evidence of that. because my two cats have been sitting all over me all day, every day so far, and they're still doing a sterling job, as is my dear husband. I will miss him when he goes back to work next week. So all in all, today has been a wee bit better, and I've had to adjust my expectations down about 10 notches. And yeah, we'll just keep on racking up the positives. So today I got outside, I got back to my 85, the pain was not as bad. Bonus, bonus.